All right then. I got another thing on my mind. Here's the thing. uh, Christians don't like to joke around about certain subjects, and not talking about all Christians. I'm talking about the hardcore Christians. I'm talking about the hardcore Christians that they don't like to talk about being saved and concepts of that nature. They don't like being made fun of, and especially from somebody that maybe like me that maybe is probably not really saved and probably not really going to heaven. So, and that's okay. I respect that point of view. Okay. Well, I'm talking about the hardcore Christians. I'm not talking about the Methodists and the Presbyterians and those people that. No, I'm not talking about them. I will go into those. I like to talk about them, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking. Let me tell you how you. If you're in church sometime and you've never been to that church before, let me tell you. Let me explain to you how how you know that you might be in a hardcore Christian church. Okay, after you sit through the service, and the sermon, if they ask you to come down, first of all, they start playing "Just as I Am," "Just as I Am." Oh, it's a great song, and it's a weeper. It's a good song. It's a long song. Got a lot of verses. They're all good. But if they start playing "Just as I Am" and the preacher invites you to come down to the altar at the end of and while they're playing "Just as I Am" and get saved, you're in a Baptist church. You're in a Baptist church. You might be in a Free Methodist church in some areas, but for sure you're in a Baptist church. Okay, now the Methodists, when the service is over and they play what do they play when they I forget what they played when they let out the service. It was a lot of times it was the same song, but it wasn't "Just as I Am," and they didn't want you to come down to the altar and get saved. Which the Methodists and Presbyterians and their ilk, they only got a 50% chance of getting saved. Really, and here's how I come up with the 50% chance of saved. The the Methodists and Presbyterian, they think they're going to heaven. But here's the thing. The Baptists don't give them zero chance of getting there, so they got a 50% chance of going to heaven if you wanna do the average, okay? All right, but one thing that the hardcore Christians, another thing they don't like joking about is Billy Graham. Billy Graham, he's like the Pope. I mean, he was the guy. He kind of invented the mega church, the send me $1 type church. That Billy Graham is kind of a sacred dude for the hardcore Christians. And he's kind of like the Pope. Just really. And ever since Billy Graham passed away, or he kind of got old, but he passed away, and since then, and kind of how he showed people how to do it. Well, these people have these mega churches nowadays, and they say send me the dollar, send me the $20, whatever you can afford. But they those guys have scandals and sex scandals and drug scandals and what they've been doing with the money scandals, but not Billy Graham. Nope. He was right down the middle all the way. When I sent him $1, I knew that he's put it to good use, and he wasn't lining his pockets with my $1 donation for the pamphlet. Yeah, but at the pamphlet, he did ask me to send maybe just a little more money next time. So he had the thing going. Okay, here's the thing. All right, but Billy Graham, when he died, there hasn't been anybody to take his place, and they revere that guy, and here's how I know the Baptists, they can't just burn some paper in the fireplace and up the chimney and watch for the white smoke. No, that's not the way they do it. They kind of do it naturally, you know. But they wish they could see some white smoke and get themselves another Billy Graham. But they're waiting on him, and they've tried a few people out for that position. Don't get me wrong, I'm not an expert on Baptists, and I just think some things are funny to me. And religion is something that's funny to me, but it's kind of dangerous to talk about. You know, you offend people. But I respect everybody's beliefs and opinion, and and I got mine for sure. But I here's the thing. That's all for here.